Hi, I'm Jenna, owner of the Yogi Nest. We offer alternative and holistic healing through mindful movement and mindset coaching in Los Angeles and online. This is the fourth and final part of the Healing Trauma Through Natural Elements series, where we've been focusing on healing and transforming trauma through Earth's natural elements. Today, we will be channeling Earth as our final healing element. If you have not completed parts 1 through 3 of this series, where we focused on air, fire, and water as healing elements, I would highly suggest starting there first, as these meditations connect to one another in order. These meditations will utilize visualization and will also provide some sound healing. Before we go any further, I want to express how proud of you I am for making it all the way through this series. Trauma healing is hard work, I know from personal experience. But you showed up and you did the work, and I want you to take a moment to congratulate yourself for starting the healing process and completing this series. Though these meditations connect to one another in order, I would like to remind you that you can repeat these meditations as many times as you'd like. Naturally, there will be an element in this series that resonates more deeply with you than another. Trust that feeling and come back to it and any of the others in this series as many times as is necessary to help guide you on your healing journey. As with all the other meditations in this series, remember to allow feelings and emotions to come up and flow freely during today's meditation. This is your body's way of releasing trauma, painful feelings, and processing emotions that have been suppressed. If at any point during this meditation you find your feelings and emotions have become a bit overwhelming, bring your focus back to your breath, following the inhales and exhales over and over. In addition to bringing the focus back to your breath, you may also notice the temperature of your inhales and exhales through your nose. The cool air on the inhale and warm air on the exhale. Refocusing your attention like this can help you feel more calm and in control. It can be helpful to remind yourself that you're in a safe space, and these meditations aren't asking anything of you other than for you to be yourself and to meet yourself wherever you are today. If you need to pause or stop the meditation and come back to it, that's fine too. You might find it helpful to journal about your experience when you've completed or ended the meditation. Writing about your experience and what came up for you both physically and mentally can be a very powerful healing tool. Lastly, be kind, gentle, and patient with yourself. The healing journey is long and it can be very hard, but as I'm sure you know, since you're 4 meditations into this series, it truly is worth it. So find a comfortable place to sit or lie down and let's get started. Once you've found a comfortable place to sit or lie down with little to no distractions, take a moment to observe your surroundings. If at any time during this meditation you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious, come back to these surroundings to center and ground yourself. Now take a few seconds to listen to the sounds around you. Once you feel comfortable and safe in your surroundings, close your eyes. If it doesn't feel safe to close your eyes, gently turn your gaze down towards the tip of your nose. Now shift your focus to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Pay attention to the quality of your breath today. Is it short and shallow? Or is it long and slow? Can you bring more control back to your breath? Allow it to be long, calm, and slow. Fill the whole space between the belly button and collarbones on your inhale, and empty the entire space between the collarbones and belly button on your exhale. Notice the temperature coming in and out of your nostrils. Cool on the inhale, warm on the exhale. Focusing on your breath like this can help you feel more calm, relaxed, and in control, which can come in handy during meditations that trigger strong emotions. Come back to your breath when you need to feel safe, focused, and calm. Now take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Do this a few more times, continuing to fill the entire space between your belly button and collarbones on your inhale, and emptying out all the air between your collarbones and belly button on your exhale. Now come back to normal breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Allow your body to fully relax. Bring your attention and breath to places in your body that feel tense, tight, painful, or uncomfortable. Breathe deeply to help find release and relaxation in the body. Allow your face and jaw to soften. Just as we've done in the last 3 meditations in this series, you'll begin by taking a moment to recall the trauma that brought you to this meditation. Remember to breathe if difficult feelings and emotions start to come up for you. If you feel scared and your eyes are closed, you may also briefly open them to refamiliarize yourself with your surroundings. Once you feel calm and collected, you may close your eyes again, or refocus your gaze on the tip of your nose if keeping the eyes open. You may stop and start this meditation as many times as you need to in order to feel safe. Throughout this series, we have channeled air, the coming to terms element of our healing journey, fire, the element that allowed us the freedom to feel angry, but also to see this stage as a moment to grow and transform, and water, the element that brought us to a place where we felt ready to process our feelings and emotions in a healthy way. This was the element that helped us develop into a new, stronger, and wiser version of who we previously were. This was our support system and protective womb. Today, we will channel the final element on our healing journey, earth. Start by bringing yourself back into your beautiful super bloom. No longer full of chaos and destruction, this super bloom represents who you were and who you are now. From traumatized and full of pain to thriving and transformed. You're ready to take on the world. Take a moment to look around. There's a super bloom before you, now only peppered with remnants of a landscape that was previously burned, and behind you, that familiar body of water from our last meditation. Look around. Notice the colors, smells, temperature, and sounds. Something in the distance catches your eye. Something is reflecting the sun. It's coming from the place where you last left your trauma. You walk towards it, only to notice your trauma has transformed. It's sprouting something. A tiny leaf, and on that leaf, a droplet of water that reflected the sun and caught your attention. Your trauma is transforming into something special. It's becoming one with the earth that surrounds you. You gently scoop it up and suddenly become wrapped in emotions and feelings. Visions of who you were in the past, who you are now, and who you've yet to become begin to flood in like waves to a wanting beach. Just like your newly transformed trauma, you are suddenly becoming one with the earth as well. Budding, sprouting, and blooming. You too are transforming. Visualize this. What does your transformation look like? Look down at your feet, legs, torso, arms, and hands. Notice colors and textures that may now be covering your skin. See yourself budding, sprouting, and blooming. What does it feel like? What physical sensations are coming up for you? What feelings and emotions are coming up for you? Earth is stable and strong. We share the planet with millions of different forms of life, and she supports all of us. We do not exist if she does not exist. Her strength and power is astounding. As you stand here on this solid ground, you realize that through your healing journey, you have developed some of these same characteristics. The healing element Earth is all about finding your footing, laying a solid foundation to rebuild your life, and stepping back out into the world with newly found strength, wisdom, power, and a solid support system. You, like Earth, are now stable and strong. But remember, though Earth is stable and strong, she can at times also be unstable. She can unleash hurricanes, earthquakes, and tornadoes, but she recovers. There will be times throughout your life when it will feel like your footing has slipped and your foundation is no longer as strong as it was the day before. This is normal. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Instead, we are all perfectly flawed. It's okay to be human and have days when you just don't feel as strong as you'd like to. You will have days when triggers take back control. You will have days when all you want to do is cry or scream or curl up in a ball and shut everyone out. And that's okay too, as long as you recover. When you have days like this, revisit these meditations and the other healthy coping skills you've developed, and try to remember the journey that helped guide you through the dark tunnel of trauma towards the healing light that greeted you at the end. You will have good days and bad days, but my hope for you is that your good days outnumber the bad. Be kind to yourself on this journey. Be patient and understanding of the ever-changing landscape that is healing. It's non-linear. It can be helpful to know that you are not alone. There are lots of people in this world, each with stories of great loss and success. Reach out to your support system when things get tough. And remember the incredible strength you hold within you. You can do this. You can do anything. Take a deep breath here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Now come back to normal breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. At your feet, you notice a box. Inside, it's lined with a soft, cushioned fabric. There's a string tied to the box with a key on it. Place your trauma inside the box, lock it, and put the key somewhere safe. Take one last look around at the super bloom you created by putting the work in, facing your trauma and fears, processing your grief, and coming out the other side stronger than ever before. You won't be leaving your trauma here today. It's safe to take it with you now because it's lost most of its power. It doesn't control you anymore. And anytime it begins to act up, grab your box, choose an element meditation from this series, or start at the beginning again with air. Bring your box with you. Process your trauma with the series element or elements, and leave the box behind if necessary. But know for now that you're safe. You're in control once again. With your box in hand, I'd like you to bring your attention back to your body and your breath. To close this meditation, I'd like you to take a few deep breaths before we open our eyes, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale stability as you exhale uncertainty. Inhale support as you exhale aloneness, alienation, and loneliness. You are not alone. Inhale strength and power as you exhale pain and hopelessness. Now come back to normal breathing, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Never forget how strong you are, how worthy you are. Never forget how much wisdom and knowledge you hold because of what you've been through. You matter, and so does your story. You can't always control what happens to you, and you almost never have control over how someone else reacts or treats you. But you always have control of how you react to what life throws your way. Sometimes finding a place to channel life's challenges can be helpful. You could provide a powerful support system to those around you who have been hurt too. Sharing your story could save someone else's life. Bring some small movements back into your fingers and toes and gently open your eyes. You have officially completed all 4 elements of the Healing Trauma Through Natural Elements series, and I couldn't be more proud of you. And I hope you're proud of you too. I would love to know if this series was helpful for you, and if there are any other meditations I can provide that might continue to help guide you on your healing journey. I can't wait to hear from you. Be well.